Happy Veterans Day, everybody. I'm Jerry Meyer. I'm the historian here for the Nebraska National Guard Museum. My curator is in the back. That is Captain Cody Cade. He's our curator in charge of all our collections. So we welcome you. Also on behalf of Major General Darrell Bohack and 4,000 men and women of the Army and Air National Guard here in the state of Nebraska. Welcome to Seward in our new Nebraska National Guard Museum. I'd like to start off real quick with our invocation given by Pastor Robert Henry of the United Methodist Church here in Seward, and the Pledge of Allegiance done by Mayor Josh Eichmeyer. Pastor, please stand.
Let us pray. Compassionate God, source of mercy, we pay tribute to those who have served our country, who express our gratitude for their courage and selflessness, both those among us today and those of generations past. This nation, built by those born of this soil and those who have come here from all the corners of the earth, is on a continual journey towards its destiny. May we never let down those who have served in defense of this country. May we uphold the values of freedom, of the inherent dignity of every human being, by our own right conduct, by the kindness and tolerance we show to one another. May we lead the world by example and become, in the words of Isaiah, a light to the nations. Then will the labors and sacrifices of these veterans be honored not in words alone, but by our deeds. Amen.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
May be seated. I didn't know this was going to turn into the Hermann family reunion, so I volunteered a couple of them to come up here. We want to welcome them to Seward. Some are from around this area. Some have traveled a long distance, i.e. California, Washington, places like that. So I'd like to have the opportunity for the designated Hermann family representatives to come up and introduce the people that are here in the front.
I'm a woman, and I'm very proud to be a part of this family. I'll start on this side, and when my voice gets out, she'll take over. I have my husband, Ron, here. We're all certified graduates. He and I both are. And my children are here. Karen, would you stand, please? Raise your hand. My son-in-law, Dan Crawford. My son, Gary, and his son, Alex Wolman. They're from above. And Ron's, my brother-in-law, Jerry Wolven from Lane. And I'm Dee. Dolores Arnold originally. Left the Dolores behind when I anyway, Dee Tender, my husband Terry. And my cousin Lily Hermann from California. And yeah, Jean Warner and her husband Rob, and they're from Washington, so they've traveled a long way. And then we have Amy and Sean, who are doing the videoing, and that's they're my grandchildren. So then we go to the guests of honor, which are our uncles. Bill Hermann and Vernon, who we all know is Charlie, and we'll be hearing from them in just a few minutes. Did we forget anything? Yeah, we started with him. I guess the other thing is to say honorary family are all the Nazi that are here, and I know I don't have all the names, and, yeah, okay, Stan and Dorothy, Chuck and Jan, Sis, sorry, and is your husband here? Yes.
Andy.
Yes, yeah, okay. And Jerry, yeah. And the reason they're honorary family is because our grandmother had 8 children, and she was pregnant with the 8th one when Grandpa died, and so she had 8 children to raise, which she did in an amazing way. All of them were educated, some of them as high as PhD, and the help that was given by the Motsky family to help raise especially these 2 boys makes them honorary family members. So we thank them for that as well.
I told them, do not forget anybody. That's the main thing. At this time, we want to introduce our state senator from Seward, the Honorable Mark Coulter.
Thank you, Jerry. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the Seward Museum. It's a beautiful facility, and it's here because of all of you. There's a lot of donations, a lot of time that's been spent on this place. The community rallied to get it here originally, but it's because of the people that have gotten involved that it is what it is, and it's going to be a great facility for our community. It fits right into the theme of our community, freedom, 4th of July. You know, I had the opportunity this morning to speak to the Milford Middle School and High School. And I talked to them about freedom and democracy and the fact that it isn't free. I didn't have the pleasure to serve in the service. I wished I would have, because of health concerns, they wouldn't let me in. I often wondered what it would be like if I had that opportunity. But on the other hand, we can all serve in many other ways. And that's what I'm trying to do with my service today. But today, on Veterans Day, we have to stop and reflect on all those people that have fought to keep our freedoms that we enjoy. And there's a lot of veterans here today. Can I ask those all to please stand and be recognized? My theme to the students today was, thank a veteran. I think we take for granted too much of the freedoms that we enjoy today. Probably, I was born in 1951. The elder lady, her son, was a classmate of mine. I went to school with Brian. He went to Vietnam and never came home. And in July of 1971, a month before I got married, I went to his funeral. Kids today, young people today don't understand that sacrifice. I'll never forget that funeral, I'll never forget Brian. And I think about that 2 times a year. I go to Brian's grave, and I look at Memorial Day. My wife and I are both his classmates. And I see Elva lay the wreath as a Gold Star Mother. It's important that we remember those that are gone and those that are still alive, and we thank them. So freedom isn't free. Today we remember all of you and thank you. Welcome to Seward. I really appreciate what you're doing to help make this a reality. The youth of today need to see the price that's been paid. And this is one way that they can do it. So thank you for coming. Thank you for asking me to say a few words.
Next, the mayor of Seward, the Honorable Josh Eichmann.
opportunity to just say a few words. First of all, I want to welcome everyone here today, not just to the National Guard Museum, but to Seward. For those of you who have traveled our community, this museum is one of those gems that we're recently able to add to our community, and it's something that we're all very proud of. But what really makes me proud of this museum is that we have opportunities like this to honor people, their service, their sacrifice, to remember. And this is a constant reminder and a teaching tool for our community, for all of the students, as Senator Hermann mentioned, that will come through here for their classes, that they'll be taking in school. They'll have an opportunity to come and learn about the sacrifice that have been made. And this is something that I think we can all be very proud of, and not just on the 4th of July, which is when we really do shine, but we do have these opportunities here every day now to remember, to honor, and to appreciate those who sacrificed and came before us. So with that, welcome, and I do appreciate you all being here today. Thank you.
A lot of what you see in the museum in the front third is a direct result of this next person. The president of the Nebraska National Guard Museum Historical Society is what drives the train in getting a lot of this stuff. I'd like to introduce to you Mr. Darren Kruger.
Thank you, Gary. On behalf of the Nebraska National Guard Historical Society, I would like to welcome everyone to the museum this afternoon. Thank you for coming out on Veterans Day and participating in this opening of this exhibit. A special thank you to the Hermann family for loaning us these artifacts so we can tell the story of the family and family sacrifice during a time that our nation needed every able body. So it's a really important story to tell. Again, welcome, and please enjoy your time here. Thank you.
Okay, the reason we're gathering today is to dedicate an exhibit called Brothers and Sisters in Arms. And that one came about as kind of a fluke. The Hermann family came to us with cases of artifacts. It was like a treasure trove. It was like Christmas. Cody and I were like kids on Christmas morning, opening these trunks and looking at these items. And it was Buzzy Hermann's trunks we looked at first. And if you don't know the story, his story is told in the program there. But he joined the Nebraska National Guard Company M, this unit here, which was a heavy machine gun unit. And he needed, I guess, more excitement in his life. I don't know if that's a Hermann trait, but he needed more excitement in his life. So he went in the 101st Airborne. He jumped at Normandy, and he jumped at Market Garden into Holland. He made it to the rank of first sergeant. He was a top sergeant in his company in the 101st. We are very fortunate that we have two pieces of his parachute, one from his D-Day jump, and then one from his Market Garden in this case here. And that was the first thing we noticed, was like, there are museums that don't have this stuff. You know, the one at Fort Bragg doesn't have original things like we do. And it's a testament to just one person in the Hermann family. So I thought, well, let's peel the onion back. Let's look at the Hermann family as a whole just to see what else we have there. And it gets more exciting the more you peel the onion back. And then we have Charlie show up. And Charlie tells about going to the Navy and going to training at Farragut in Idaho. And there were kids yesterday when they were talking to him, they're like, that old guy's lying. There was no Navy base in Idaho. I didn't laugh. I didn't let him tell the stories. You know? But we had a good time. I mean, so we learned a lot about the Navy and about what it was like, for him during the wartime. And then we got Bill's stuff sent here in the mail, and we opened that up, and Cody and I are just like, we don't see this kind of stuff. And one thing is you'll learn about them is they're really humble. They won't say what they're. Me, I'm a military guy. I spent 3 years in Afghanistan, so I go right to the point. With Bill, he was a bombardier on a B-17. He was 8th Air Force. Later in the war, I don't care. You still got to fly the plane. You still got to go through flak. You still got to go through aircraft. I said, what was your worst mission? He said, it was my first one. I said, oh my gosh. I said, how bad was it? His first mission, they lost 56 crews, 56 planes. You and I we know PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, is today. But can you imagine landing your aircraft and then getting back in the next day for that? And that's the kind of what we have. Another guy here, more Wheeler. I mean, it just gets better. I mean, you just look at these veterans and start going, how can it top these guys? Well, then you look at Norm, and you're like, wait a minute. He's got Royal Canadian Air Force on his uniform. I mean, that's not even an American uniform. The guy hitchhiked to join the war up to Canada. What's the story? He came across the border with his slippers, veteran slippers. $5. You know, I don't care. That's different. You know, we have people nowadays running to get to Canada after the election, but this guy wanted to go, you know, of his own accord and get in the fight. And he did get in the fight. Remember, he got in the fight so well. He was in the Halifax bomber. They were bombing East, and on the way back, his bomber received a lot of damage. They had to bail out. They bailed out over Holland. And this young man tells a great story. Read it in the binder up here. He does parachute into Holland, and it's a great story. A kid finds him in a field, and I'm thinking, you know, it reads like a novel. You think he's going to be okay. Now the kid turned him over to the Gestapo. You know, not afraid. You know, then he ends up in a POW camp for 2 years. But they all come back here to Seward, and they blend in. So I asked these guys, I said, well, what did you talk about? You know, there's a group picture of them after the war around Christmas time, and they all gathered together. I said, what did you talk about? And he said, we didn't talk about the war. I said, why not? And he said, well, we all served. We all served. Everybody that was in our family served. So it became the basis of this flight, and that's why we put it together, is to kind of bring that out. And I think one thing is it brought the family together. It brought our community together to come out and see this. And that's really what this area is designed for. This is our John W. Cattle senior exhibit area. John was a hero of World War II. He's one of the first guys across the bridge of Remagen into Germany here in Seward. So we have a lot of heroes walking among us. You know, when I say, you know, Dad, did you serve in the war? Well, I served with some heroes. I've been very fortunate to know these guys, and they become friends. And that's really what we're here to celebrate today. So let's get on and celebrate. Let's cut a ribbon. That's where we're at. Yeah, we are. So let's get the Massey boys up here. We're going to have some youth up here. Hold that up and go up forward a little bit. Bill and Charlie, why don't you come around on this side? We'll get your picture. Yours is there. Yours is there. Now, before you snip it, we got to make a photo op on this. So don't be snipping too fast. Okay. Yeah. Okay, put it up close, but don't cut yet. We'll get a couple pictures if people want to get pictures. So if you want to look up this way, Charlie. Yeah, look up. There you go. Get a couple for the Facebook. Anybody else need any pictures?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We got her, yeah, wife's called brothers and sisters. We don't have all the artifacts for her, but she's also there. That's their sister, so take a look at what I said. Anybody else need pictures? Ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
I think the main thing we did was to outlive everybody else. My World War II former colleagues are really disappearing from the face of the earth. But I do appreciate all of them coming out. It was a wonderful, and I really appreciate Lucille and Dee's finding this place to give them all of the stuff that we have. It cluttering up our houses. What to do with it? What to do with a city uniform like that? It doesn't even fit me. Or I can't wear it.
We couldn't find a mannequin small enough for Charlie's uniform. So.
At any rate, I appreciate you all coming. And I want to say one word about all the Moskins who are here and how much their father, Stan Moskins, did for me. We had the great good fortune of moving from the farm up here in the western state borders to Seward, and we moved across the street from the Moskins. And Stan Moskin took Charlie and me in and made memories after we burned the barn and got into all kinds of things. He looked after us and we turned out. Thank you very much. I'm burning the barn now. I spent 3 years today. Charlie, speak a little louder if you can.
You gotta use your military voice.
Oh, yeah. Who's from Nebraska? He couldn't see very good. So we went to figure out, I said, well, you know, there'd be a lot of things from you. He said, we'll put some weight on you. But the other guy, he couldn't see it. He said, well, you leave here, you go to the store and you buy one of these big cans of carrot juice, and I advise you to drink that before you come back to the store. We both went in. First shift, even on the line, we never come over. And I never went to work shift, I went in the medics. And I was in the hospital floor, served doctors in the Washington, Illinois, worked for nothing. I was in the Navy with the Air Force. They were flight examinations. And a couple of recruiting trips in the Naval District. Recruiting waves and chapels. That was the best thing I ever had.